Welcome back, my friend. It's great to see you in the TCG Casino once again. Please do have a seat. I can assume you are here for a friendly game of Pokemon Roulette, are you not? Most excellent. Can I get you any compliments of the casino? Beverage, food, anything like that? Just a glass of cool water. Of course, please do bring our friend here a glass of our finest water, please. It will be with you very shortly. Shall I refresh you on the rules while we wait? All right, let's get started. All right, well, we have 8 cards before you. The cards are counted from your position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have an 8-sided dice, so as you can assume, when we roll the dice, one number is shown, and that number corresponds to the card. In this instance, 1, 2, 3, and 4 matches the 4 on the dice. So if you were to bet on this card here, or a card that corresponds to this card, you would earn the appropriate reward. So the bets are placed as such. You can bet on any specific individual card for a 8-to-1 payout. That is the largest payout, but of course your odds are the slimmest with that bet. And your water has arrived. Please do enjoy. You can also bet on evolutionary lines. You can bet on a basic Pokemon, a stage 1 Pokemon, and a stage 2. So if you were to bet on a stage 2 and we rolled, you would get a 1, 2. So this was a basic Pokemon, you would lose that bet. But if it were to roll a 4 or an 8, that would be a stage 2 Pokemon, and you would win a 2-to-1 payout. The last bet that you can place is a water or fire type bet. These are the greatest odds. They are nearly 50-50 chance, but the payout is even money, meaning if you were to bet 1 chip, you would receive 1 chip. So if you were to bet on a water type and the dice corresponded to cards 2, 3, or 4, you would win, and the exact same for the fire type bet. Do you have any questions? Most excellent. I know someone as experienced in our casino as you are is usually well aware of the table games. So the only thing that I might add is we have had a change recently in the casino for our Pokemon Roulette tables. We now limit each player to a maximum of 3 bets per hand. So you could bet on 3 individual Pokemon, a combination of types or evolutionary lines and individuals, or whatever you would choose. But 3 individual bets can be placed on a single hand. Do you understand? Perfect. All right, so the last thing that I must ask is, what would you like your buy-in to be? We do have many denominations of chips. We have $1,000, we have $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, and $50,000 chips. What would you prefer your buy-in to be? 20,000, very well. And how would you like those chips designated? All right, so we want 10,000 $1,000 chips and 10,000 in our $5,000 chips. Perfect. All right, let me go ahead and get that counted out. We do have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000. So we have $10,000 worth of $1,000 chips, and we have $5,000 and $10,000 worth of $5,000 chips. Are you prepared to play? Excellent. What would you like your first hand to be bet on? 1,000 on water type. Perfect. And 1,000 on War Turtle, doubling down on that water type. Perfect. Well, the best of luck, my friend. And we have a 2. So we do lose our War Turtle bet because we have 1 and 2. The winning card is Squirtle, but a even money saves that chip with your water type bet. So you had a bit of insurance of sorts with that second bet. Well done. Your second hand. What would you like your bets to be placed on? 2,000 on water type again. Perfect. And that's all. The best of luck. And we have a 7 roll, meaning a Charmeleon, and unfortunately a loss on that water type bet. I do apologize, but I do hope that your luck turns around rather quickly. Your next bet. Alright. 5,000. I do love someone who decides to attack a loss with a bolsterous amount of gumption on a stage 1 bet. Good luck. And we have a 3. 1, 2, 3, and look at that. You have a stage 1 and a stage 1. Very well done. And we have a 2 to 1, meaning that for your $5,000 bet, we have a $10,000 return. Very, very well done, and congratulations. I know that one must feel good after that brief losing stint there. Your next bet. All right, let's keep it rolling. 5,000 on fire type. Quite perfect. Best of luck. And we have a 7, meaning Charmeleon. Look at you go. We have 5,000 to match your $5,000 bet. Very well done. Your next bet, I must say you are doing quite well. 5,000 again, I was going to suggest, but I did not want to overstep. And that 5,000 should go on fire type again. Let it ride. Best of luck. And unfortunately, we have a 1, meaning our casino card there, which is unfortunately a loss. Of course, these casino cards do not fall under any of the evolutionary bets or the fire or water type of bet, but you can bet them individually, that's correct. Alright, so not to worry. Your next bet, my friend. Perfect. 2,000 on. Alright, basic. Best of luck. Let's get a few extra shakes of the dice, and we do have a 8 roll, meaning Charizard, so a loss because Charizard is quite definitely not a basic. Your next bet. Take your time, no worries. Alright, 3,000. We have 2 and 3,000. And water type, perfect. And an additional 1,000 on card flip game. Best of luck. And a 7, meaning Charmeleon, so we do unfortunately lose that water type and that card flip game, but I do always appreciate a bit of insurance on one of the non-type or evolutionary cards, just in case it happens to have a 1 or a 5 roll, but unfortunately this time it did not pay off. Your next bet, however, 1,000, perfect, on fire type. It's been your lucky type, I will agree on that. Good luck. And unfortunately, there is that 5 card. Rotten luck, I do agree. So, that is, I believe, a few losses in a row, so perhaps I will roll with my left hand this time just to shake it up a bit. Your next bet. Of course, I would do that for anyone that I have such an agreeable relationship with, such as you. Your next bet. 5,000. Perfect. And let's go water type. Perfect. All right. And I almost forgot the lucky hand here. Good luck. 3. There it is. War Turtle has been a bit of a lucky charm for you. A $5,000 chip winning for your $5,000 water type bet. Congratulations, my friend. Your next bet. Let's keep that good luck rolling. 1,000 on Charmander. And 5,000. I knew you had more to you than meets the eye. And fire type. Perfect. Doubling down on that smoldering fire type Pokemon rolls. Good luck. Left hand again, of course. And we have a 7-roll. Charmeleon just missed that Charmander bet, but a $5,000 payout for your fire type roll. Congratulations and very well done, my friend. Can I get you a refill on that water or any additional buy-in? Not at this moment, not a problem. Your next bet. 5,000 on mixing it up a bit. Stage 2. Very bold and good luck. Ah, you are correct, left hand. And we do have a 1 roll there, meaning the casino card here, the arcade game. So that $5,000 bet did become the end of your good luck streak, but always time to start another. Am I right? Of course. Your next bet. 5,000 on water type. Let's see if we can shift the hands of fate ever so slightly. Back to the right hand. I was thinking the same thing. And a 2-1-2 Squirtle for you. We have 5,000 for your $5,000 water type bet. Very well done. Very well done indeed. Quite impressive. Your next bet. 10,000. I knew you had that look to you. And on interesting water type and Blastoise. Feeling rather lucky, are we? Good luck. And a 6, unfortunately. There is that Charmander we were looking for, so we do have a loss on both accounts, but not to worry. You have the winning look about you. Your next bet. Quite excellent. We have 5,000 on. All right, basic. Good luck. And a 4. Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is that Blastoise. So I take that as you have very strong intuition. You knew that Blastoise was coming up. You were just slightly off on the timing, so I would continue to follow your gut and not shy away from those bold bets just because it didn't work out this one time. So, with that advice, what would your next bet be? 5,000 on water. Best of luck. Back to the left hand. Right on cue. And we have a 6, unfortunately, so fire type has burned you this time. But there's still time. Your next bet. 10,000. And where would you like your 10,000 to be placed, my friend? fire type. I figured you would go back to the bread and butter of your fire type, so smart move, and good luck. And unfortunately, we do have a 1 roll, meaning the arcade game there. My friend, I dare say I can't see you to walk away this early in the evening. Can I please offer you a complimentary bonus to an additional buy-in if you are so inclined? I wager 10,000 is in order, if of course that's something that you would be interested in. Excellent. So an additional 20,000 to match your first buy-in. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000. This time you would like them all in 1,000. Not a problem. We have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000. And like I previously stated, I believe an additional 10,000 on the house is in order for such an esteemed guest and experienced player here at our table. So please, it's the least that we can do for such a great friend to the casino. Your next and refreshed, might I add, bet. 5,000 house money, of course. On. Let's go. Fire type. Perfect. Good luck. And we have a 4, meaning Blastoise, unfortunately, but like I said, house money, not to worry. Your next bet. 5,000 house money again. Perfect. Going big for this one, stage 1. Best of luck. And 5, meaning card flip game. I do apologize, but like I said, that house money sometimes goes as quick as it came, so not to worry. And down to brass tacks, what is your next bet? Alright, 1,000 on Charmeleon, perfect, and 1,000 on water type, hedging your bets just a bit. Good luck. And we have a 2, meaning Squirtle. That Charmeleon was not a winner, but of course your water type did save face just a bit. Congratulations. Your next bet. 1,000 on Wartortle. You're a fan of those stage 1s, I can see, and I thought so. 1,000 on fire type. Perfect. Good luck. And we have a 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So unfortunately, your Wartortle and fire type bet was unsuccessful, but not a problem. Your next bet. Alright, 1,000 on basic, and let it ride. Good luck. And unfortunately, 1, meaning arcade game. Not a pleasing game to you at this point, but not to worry. I'm sure that your luck is bound to flip to the next page at any given moment, so hang in there. Your next bet. Let's split it up just a bit. I like your style. 1,000 on arcade game, not to let it burn you again. 1,000 on stage 2, and 1,000, maximizing your 3-bet limit. Perfect on water type. This could be interesting. Best of luck. Best of luck indeed. And look at that. A roll of 1, meaning your gutsy and perfectly timed arcade game bet has netted you an 8-1 payout. Let's pay out that first. So we have your 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, and $8,000. Very well done. Paid to your arcade game bet. And unfortunately, your other 2 bets were not winners, but why let something like that get to you when the feeling and the exhilaration of such a wonderfully timed bet has paid off so well? Well done, congratulations. Your next bet. Of course, we have 1,000 on Charmeleon, 1,000 on Stage 1, and 1,000 on Fire type. Really going for broke on that Charmeleon. I love your style. Best of luck. And somehow we have rolled arcade game again. That is at least the 3rd time this evening, so I don't know what to tell you, whether that is a hot card or its time has come to an end. It's up to you to decipher. Your next bet. Alright, 1,000 on arcade game, not to let it strike. I don't blame you. 1,000 on water type, and perfect. Good luck. And 4. So we do have a Blastoise, meaning your even money bet has been 1 on your Blastoise bet. So, congratulations. Your next bet. 2,000 on water type again. Good luck. And we do have a 7, meaning your Charmeleon has struck again. My apologies. Your next bet. Of course, we can bring something stronger to the table. Such an opportune time for a spirited beverage. I don't blame you. What, let me guess, the usual. Redbreast 12. I thought so. Please. Redbreast 12. Excellent. Rocks. I thought so. Rocks, please.
Got it.
All right, where were we? Oh, yes, your next large bet, I assume. 1,000. And basic, perfect. An additional 1,000 on arcade game. Very well. Good luck. And 4, that Blastoise again. My apologies. Please enjoy your Redbreast 12. Of course. Your next bet. No, please enjoy your sip first. Not to worry. 1,000 on Charmeleon. An additional 1,000 on Stage 2, and yes, Fire type. Good luck. And 4 again. Blastoise does strike. And take with it our 3 bets. How is your Redbreast 12? Perfect. We do have some of the finest selections of beverages this side of Kanto. Perfect. Well, I'm so happy to hear. Your next bet. 1,000 on Squirtle. 1,000 on Blastoise. And 2,000 on Fire type. Interesting. Of course, you can bet as much as you would like on any individual bet, but no more than 3 separate bets. Of course. Good luck. And we have a 3, meaning both of our bets just narrowly missed that war turtle, and unfortunately our $2,000 bet on fire type was rendered unsuccessful. How would you like to bounce back? Alright, $5,000. We have 4 and 5,000. Where would you like your 5,000? Fire type. That's the spirit. And 1,000 on Blastoise. Quite excellent. Good luck. And can you imagine a 4 roll for Blastoise? And unfortunately, that 5,000 was unsuccessful on your fire type, but it does help your $8,000 winning and does relieve some of that pain of that loss. Congratulations on your second 8-to-1 payout. Very well done. Very well done indeed. Now, your next bet. 5,000 again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Water type. Good luck. And an 8, meaning Charizard. I do apologize for the loss on that water type bet, but please do hang in there. Your next bet. 2,000 on stage 1. Best of luck. 7, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well timed. We have a 2-to-1 payout. So for your $2,000 bet, you have received a $4,000 payout. Congratulations, and quite smart of you. How would you like to keep that momentum rolling? Another 2,000 perhaps? I thought so. And on water. Let's see if we can cool off that incoming bad luck that's trying to sneak up on you. Good luck. And a 3, 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. A $2,000 payout. Like I said, you have that winning look about you. Congratulations. Next. 3,000. And where would you like this winning $3,000 bet to be placed? Basic Pokemon. I do love your style. Good luck. Oh, not to worry. 1,000 on Blastoise. Just had a feeling, did you? Best of luck. Look at that. And I must say, congratulations. $3,000 is saved. And an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 comes to you on your third 8-to-1 payout. My friend, you have the winning touch, I must admit. Congratulations are in order. Your next bet. All right, 5,000. Feeling very lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since I've already picked up these 2, would you like to divvy them up across the board? Excellent choice. Your 5,000 on fire type. Perfect. And your additional 2,000. All right, we are going to go stage 1 and card flip. Very well. Best of luck. And 1, unfortunately. So you were very close with that card flip bet, but unfortunately very close does not count. unless we are, of course, talking about self-destruct or explosion, and then very close, in fact, counts quite a bit. So, your next bet. Alright, 1,000 on Blastoise again, and 1,000 on Water type. Perfect. Good luck. And 8. Unfortunately, we have landed on that Charizard there. But not to worry, I have a great feeling about this next hand. Your next bet. Alright, all in. Where would you like your all-in bet to be placed? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and $9,000 bet. Water type. All right. My friend, best of luck indeed. And congratulations, a 1 and 2 Squirtle for you. Now we do have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, and $9,000 worth of chips for a very successful all-in push. Congratulations and well-timed. You'd like to cash out. I don't blame you for ending on such a wonderful win. I must say you've cleaned us out as a, in a manner of speaking, with all of your 8-to-1 payouts and an all-in win on your final hand. I don't see how you could have a better night at the table. Congratulations. As always, I thank you so much for sitting down with us this evening. You have become such a valued member of our casino, and please, on your way out, $5,000 on the house. Oh, please, please, do enjoy the rest of your evening in R&R City, and don't hesitate to pay us a visit very soon. Take care, my friend.